It's funny how some advice sticks around long after it's lost its relevance. Isn't it? Take the old mantra: go to school, get a job, save money, and invest in the stock market. It sounds safe, sure, but in today's economy, it's like trying to win a Formula One race in a horse-drawn carriage. Inflation eats away at savings faster than you can blink, and with central banks printing money like it's going out of style, the value of that hard-earned cash is shrinking by the day. The truth is, clinging to this outdated financial advice is like trying to build wealth with a leaky bucket. It just doesn't hold up anymore. Think about it. Saving money in a bank account might have worked for your grandparents, but today, it's a losing game. The interest rates barely keep up with inflation, and let's not even get started on the hidden fees. Meanwhile, the wealthy are out there playing a completely different game. They're not just saving, they're investing in assets that grow faster than inflation, like real estate, businesses, or even alternative markets like cryptocurrency. The difference between a scarcity mindset and a wealth mindset is clear. One clings to the old rules while the other rewrites them. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize they're stuck in this financial time warp. They follow the same advice because it feels safe, but safety doesn't lead to financial freedom. It's time to reprogram your mind for wealth and start thinking like the rich. Instead of saving every penny, why not learn how to make your money work for you? Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Psychology of Money can open your eyes to the millionaire habits that actually build wealth. But here's the thing, this shift in mindset is just the beginning. There's a deeper layer to uncover, one that separates the rich from the poor on a subconscious level. Ever notice how two people can look at the same opportunity and see completely different things? That's the power of mindset. Robert Kiyosaki often talks about the poor person, the middle-class person, and the rich person that live inside all of us. The poor mindset clings to survival, the middle-class mindset chases comfort, but the rich mindset is all about freedom. It's not just about having money, it's about thinking differently. The rich mindset values financial independence over job security, and that's a game changer. Here's an example. Someone with a poor mindset might say, "I can't afford it," while someone with a rich mindset asks, "How can I afford it?" That subtle shift in language rewires your brain to look for solutions instead of excuses. It's the difference between being stuck in scarcity and stepping into abundance. Millionaire habits start with these small, intentional changes in how you think and speak about money. And let's be real, if you're constantly telling yourself you're broke, your subconscious money blocks are going to keep you there. But here's the catch. Nurturing a rich mindset isn't a one-time thing. It's a daily practice. It's about questioning your money beliefs and breaking free from the programming that keeps you stuck. Maybe you grew up hearing things like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "Rich people are greedy." Those beliefs shape your financial psychology more than you realize. The good news? You can reprogram your mind for wealth. Start by surrounding yourself with people who think bigger, read books like Think and Grow Rich, and challenge yourself to see money as a tool for freedom, not a source of stress. And speaking of freedom, there's one path that truly embodies this mindset shift. Entrepreneurship isn't just about starting a business. It's a mindset, a way of seeing the world through the lens of opportunity. True entrepreneurs don't just chase profits. They create value. They look at problems and think, how can I solve this in a way that benefits others and builds wealth for me? It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. The rich mindset thrives here because it understands that wealth isn't built by trading time for money. It's built by leveraging skills, systems, and strategies. Take this for example. A middle-class mindset might focus on climbing the corporate ladder, while an entrepreneurial mindset builds the ladder. Entrepreneurs know how to use tools like debt and taxes to their advantage, turning liabilities into assets. They invest in things like real estate where they can leverage other people's money, or businesses that generate passive income. It's not about avoiding risk. It's about managing it wisely. And let's not forget adaptability. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to pivot is what separates the winners from the rest. But here's the thing, entrepreneurship isn't for the faint of heart. It requires resilience, creativity, and a willingness to fail forward. The rich mindset sees failure as a stepping stone, not a dead end. Think of someone like Elon Musk. He didn't build Tesla or SpaceX by playing it safe. He took calculated risks, learned from his mistakes, and kept moving forward. If you want to reprogram your mind for wealth, start thinking like an entrepreneur. Ask yourself, how can I create value? How can I turn my ideas into assets? And speaking of assets, there's one area where the rich truly excel, using debt and taxes as tools for building wealth. Most people hear the word debt and immediately think of stress, sleepless nights, and endless payments. But here's the thing, the rich don't fear debt, they embrace it. They understand that not all debt is bad. There's a world of difference between consumer debt, like credit cards, and strategic debt, like a mortgage on an income-generating property. The rich mindset sees debt as a tool, a way to leverage other people's money to build wealth. It's not about avoiding debt. It's about using it wisely to create assets that pay for themselves. Taxes, on the other hand, are often seen as an unavoidable burden. But the wealthy, they see taxes as a game to be played strategically. They know the tax code isn't written to punish, it's written to incentivize. For example, governments reward investments in real estate, renewable energy, and businesses with tax breaks. The middle-class mindset focuses on earning a high salary, which often leads to paying higher taxes. Meanwhile, the rich focus on building assets that generate income while minimizing their tax liability. It's not about cheating the system, it's about understanding it. Here's a practical example. Someone with a rich mindset might invest in rental properties, taking advantage of tax deductions for depreciation, repairs, and mortgage interest. Meanwhile, someone with a poor mindset might avoid debt altogether, missing out on opportunities to grow their wealth. The key is education. Learning how to use debt and taxes to your advantage is a cornerstone of financial freedom. And once you master this, you'll realize that wealth isn't just about what you earn. It's about what you keep. But there's another layer to this puzzle, one that starts with controlling something even more important than your finances. Here's a truth most people overlook. Your personal economy matters more than the global economy. Sure, inflation, recessions, and market crashes make headlines, but the real question is, how are you managing your internal economy? The rich mindset focuses on what they can control, their habits, their money beliefs, and their financial psychology. They don't let external conditions dictate their success. Instead, they build systems and routines that keep their personal economy thriving, no matter what's happening in the world. Think about it this way. Someone with a scarcity mindset might panic during a market downturn, selling off investments out of fear. Meanwhile, someone with a wealth mindset sees the same situation as an opportunity to buy assets at a discount. It's all about perspective. The rich understand that financial freedom starts with mastering your mindset. They focus on millionaire habits like budgeting, investing, and constantly learning. They know that controlling their personal economy gives them the power to weather any storm. But here's the kicker, your personal economy isn't just about money. It's about resilience, discipline, and the ability to adapt. Maybe you can't control inflation or interest rates, but you can control how you respond to them. Are you building an emergency fund? Are you investing in your skills to increase your earning potential? The rich mindset is proactive, not reactive. And once you start taking control of your internal economy, you'll notice something incredible. Failures and setbacks don't feel like the end of the world anymore. In fact, they start to feel like opportunities to grow. Failure. It's a word that sends shivers down most people's spines. But for those with a rich mindset, it's just another step on the path to success. Entrepreneurs and wealth builders don't fear failure. They embrace it. They know that every setback is a chance to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. It's not about avoiding mistakes. It's about using them as fuel for growth. The poor mindset sees failure as a dead end, but the rich mindset, it sees failure as a stepping stone to something greater. Take a moment to think about some of the most successful people in the world. Do you think they got there without stumbling along the way? Hardly. Think of someone like Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She credits her success to a childhood lesson. Her father would ask her at the dinner table, "What did you fail at today?" It taught her to see failure as a badge of honor, not something to fear. That's the kind of resilience that separates the rich from the poor mindset. It's about seeing every challenge as an opportunity to reprogram your mind for wealth. But resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about growing stronger with every fall. The rich mindset thrives on this principle. It's why they invest in personal development, read books like Grit by Angela Duckworth, and surround themselves with people who challenge them to think bigger. They know that growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. So, the next time you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to move forward? And speaking of moving forward, there's one area where growth is absolutely essential: education and adaptability. Traditional education teaches you how to follow rules, but it rarely teaches you how to build wealth. That's the problem. The world is changing faster than ever, and the old ways of learning just can't keep up. The rich mindset understands this. It's not about memorizing facts or getting a degree. It's about staying curious, adaptable, and always learning. Financial freedom doesn't come from a diploma. It comes from the ability to adapt to new opportunities and challenges. The question isn't, what do you know? It's, how fast can you learn? Think about how quickly industries are evolving. 10 years ago, cryptocurrency was barely on anyone's radar. Today, it's a multi-trillion-dollar market. The rich mindset doesn't wait for someone to hand them a syllabus. They dive in, learn the game, and position themselves ahead of the curve. They invest in courses, read books like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, and stay plugged into trends that others ignore. Meanwhile, the poor mindset clings to outdated advice, hoping the world will stay the same. Spoiler alert, it won't. But here's the thing, education isn't just about learning new skills. It's about unlearning the beliefs that hold you back. Maybe you were taught that money is the root of all evil, or that taking risks is dangerous. Those subconscious money blocks can keep you stuck in a scarcity mindset. The rich mindset, on the other hand, is constantly reprogramming itself, shedding old beliefs and embracing new ones. Adaptability is the secret weapon of the wealthy. And once you master it, you'll realize that the path to financial freedom isn't just about what you know. It's about how you think. So, what's stopping you from thinking bigger? So, now that you've uncovered these game-changing secrets, the question is, what are you going to do with them? Will you keep following the outdated advice that keeps most people stuck? Or will you take the leap and start reprogramming your mind for wealth? Remember, the difference between rich and broke isn't just about money. It's about mindset, habits, and the choices you make every single day. Ask yourself, what's one belief about money that's been holding you back? Is it fear of failure? A scarcity mindset? Whatever it is, now's the time to challenge it. Start small, read a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, take a course on financial literacy, or even just start tracking your spending. The key is to take action, because nothing changes if you don't. And here's the thing, this journey isn't just about money. It's about freedom, growth, and creating a life on your terms. So, are you ready to step up and take control of your financial future? If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share it with your family and friends. The more people who understand these principles, the more lives we can change together. Let's build that wealth mindset as a community.